Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I wonder how Noah felt when he was walking along with God one day, and the Lord said, "I'm going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I'm surely going to destroy both them and the earth." Was Noah surprised, or had he seen this coming? Had he just been asking, "How long are you going to put up with this, Lord?" Or was it so normalized in his culture, like evil often is in our culture, that he had just accepted it as the way things were because he couldn't change it? Whether or not that surprised him, what came next certainly did. God told Noah to build an ark, a huge boat, big enough to hold his family, 2 of every animal, and all of their food and supplies. That's a big ask, both literally and figuratively. This would not only change his whole life, but it would make him look rather foolish to his world. So how did Noah respond? We don't hear a thing out of him. It just says, "Thus Noah did according to all God commanded him, so he did." How would you have responded? How do you respond to God's directions today? Do you respond with uncompromising obedience like Noah did? This type of life-changing directions from God has happened twice in my life, and it was really hard. The last time was about 15 years ago. My husband sprung the news on me when we were going to sleep one night. His plan, which seemed out of the blue to me, but he'd been contemplating it for months, was quitting his job and moving our family to Florida, where he'd grown up and his parents still lived. But I loved Indiana. We were finally settling in. We had good friends. We lived 2 hours from my parents, who I knew would freak out when they heard the news that we were taking their only grandchildren 14 hours away from them. Besides, I loved the house and the neighborhood where we lived. I loved seasons. I loved snow. Florida was hot and had giant roaches and ants that wanted to eat you and alligators, and don't forget the hurricanes. Why would anyone in their right mind want to live in Florida? Fortunately, God kept my mouth shut. After my husband fell asleep, I snuck out and had a wrestling match with God. Of course, he won. His calling to me was clear. He wanted me to submit to my husband's calling and go. I could probably have talked my husband out of it by complaining or making his life miserable, having a bad attitude and getting the kids to hate the idea of moving too. Or I could obey, as I had taught my children to do, right away, all the way, and with a good attitude. So that night, it was my choice. Fast forward 15 years, and Florida is still hot, has lots of roaches and way more ants and hurricanes than I'd expected. But God has used that choice of obedience to build my faith in so many amazing ways. How have you chosen to respond to God's life-changing directions? The right response is always full obedience, just like Noah did.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.